This episode is brought to you by Buy My Stuff on eBay. Yes, you too can buy my stuff from eBay. Simply search for the seller, Tin Dog Podcast, and you can own some rare and collectible items. From the same people who brought you Buy My Books on Amazon. Check the show notes for a direct link.
Scanning for audio.
It is the 31st century. Ulysses killed the giant Cyclops when he rescued the children and his son Telemachus. But the ancient gods of Olympus are angry and threaten a terrible revenge.
Mortals, you defy the gods? I sentence you to travel among unknown stars. Until you find the kingdom of Hades, your bodies will stay as lifeless as stone.
Ulysses, no one else can do the things you do. Ulysses, always fighting all the evil forces, bringing peace and justice to all.
Welcome to another Tin Dog Podcast. We're covering episode 4 of Ulysees31. I've actually had feedback saying that people are enjoying this and thanking me for introducing it to them. And they're also clicking on the link in the YouTube version of this podcast and going and watching the episodes along. It's truly lovely to be able to bring something new to some people, and for some things that some people haven't actually seen for a hell of a long time, just for them to experience it and enjoy it. This watch along is making me happy as well. I'm really enjoying all of the big finishes of late. I'll also be covering the Sandman Series 2. Bit worried about that one, but you know what? I was worried about Season 1 and I was not disappointed. I've got lots of other things to cover and it'll all be alright. Hell, I might even do Andor again. So at the moment, things are gorgeous. So, this one is Guardians of the Cosmic Wind, which apparently is down as episode 6 in the original run and episode 6 in the production order. So obviously that makes this episode 4 of this podcast and episode 4 in the DVD running order. Now, this one's actually inspired by an actual story from the actual Odyssey. I know. And like a good boy, what I've done is I've gone away and I've started reading, Homer's Odyssey. I've actually started reading the Odyssey. I've done that. I've been doing lots of reading on Greek myths in general. I'm now halfway through another book. I'm actually reading 2 books simultaneously on Greek myths, which obviously isn't going to mess with my head at all. Thanks to the world of ADHD, I'll be able to just focus on lots of different books that cover the same subject. So, at one point in the original, I won't say the original, in the traditional Greek version of the story, Ulysses ends up on an island run by King Aeolus, okay? And it has a very nice time. Him and his crew all have a lovely time. And then as a parting gift, he goes, "Hey, Ulysses, you're great. You need to get back to your homeland." And he goes, "Yes, I do." There's a lot of whole, "can I just go home now?" going on in the Odyssey, okay? And then he says, "All right, I've got a special present for you. I've caught all of the 4 winds. I've caught 3 of the 4 winds, the north, south, east, west. I've caught 3 of them, and they're all in this bag. And the westerly wind, which is the one you need to get home, that one's still out there in the wild. So these 3, leave them in the bag. You lock up your bag. The wind will take you straight home, sorted. It's like sat-nav, works. Okay. And then he gets back on board his ship and has a sleep. And his crew go, "Hey, the king gave him something. Did he? Was it treasure? Brilliant. Let's open this bag and find out what it is." They open the bag, let out the 3 other winds. All 4 winds start having a go at the ship, and the ship ends up wildly off course, and so on, and that's part of the story. It's all about, curiosity, giving in, and not obeying the captain's orders, all that business, okay? Recurring themes and a moral tale. That's in your original version. However, this one, you've just got a cracking bit of atmosphere. You've got that lovely crisscross gigantic planet thing. You've got King Aeolus, and of course you've got his daughter. This is the first story that doesn't contain an extra blue character from the blue race. The guy in the power chair, it's the power chair of a fat man, straight from Wall-E. The designs are so Yes Album, 1970s gorgeous sci-fi paperback mass market. The huge spaceship is dwarfed by another huge spaceship. All that business is brilliant. The sense of scale is fantastic. I'm loving all of it. And again, like last time, the use of shadows is so good. So what you've got here is a story that feels more like one of those Marvel adventures, where you've got, I am the game player, and I will make you play games for my entertainment kind of character. And the daughter going, no, please, daughter, let them go. We love them. All that business. We've seen this a lot of times elsewhere. Ulysses is attacked by the wind characters, who are sort of, what's the word? Not personifications. There is a word for it. Well, basically, they're made in semi-human form. And Ulysses has to take them on. Now, I was wondering while I was watching this, I was going, so is Telemachus who's been taken out of the storyline, because he's not actually in the other Odyssey until the end, and we'll deal with that another time. We've got that story going on, and he's out of the way. So I was thinking, is he going to open the box? Right? But then you've got the box in this story being almost a powerful weapon. You have got that magical appearing cabinet, which had TARDIS vibes, let's face it. And then according to the narrative rule of 3, Ulysses has to do 3 things, 3 games to do for the entertainment. The first one is some strange target thing where arrows appear on the ground and he starts being shot at, where he gets to dodge, excitement, and you've got a lot of black background, which of course makes things easier to animate, apparently. And then you've got a chess game that looks like it came straight out of Harry Potter, but of course it predates Harry Potter by about 2 decades. So you've got that going on, which makes everyone go, okay. But here we've got, and this is where it's differed from Harry's wizard's chess thing, where the characters all come to life. And let's face it, we've had characters coming to life for giant chess from lots and lots of different narrative stories. This isn't new here, but it is nicely done. Except, of course, what we've got is one character playing all the parts. He's not even a queen. He's the knight, he's the king, he's everyone, and he's not going to lose the parts. And eventually, of course, he's going to end up being hypnotised and taken to the next game, which is game number 3. And this is where it all feels a bit desperate, because he takes part in a game of human pinball. And you know what? I'm watching it, and I feel just like somebody's dad watching the A-Team going, well, the axle will be shot on that car if it does a jump like that. Or watching the Dukes of Hazzard or something like that, and just being technically really a bit of a snob going, well, he'd break his back if that happened. And I caught myself doing that. I caught myself going, oh, that's a bit rubbish. He'd really hurt himself doing that. And I suppose that was the point. He's going to be pummeled and come to near death. And then there's multi-ball. And on multi-ball, there's lots of balls appear, and they're all going to kill him. And then there's the business with Telemachus and the box and the weapons, and the daughter of the king gets... Oh, the daughter. I'm pretty sure her name is the same name as the white of an egg. Is that a thing? Alioli? Or is that a bit of a... I'm not going to bother looking that up. I've just realised what it might be. We'll leave that there. So... the box has become a weapon rather than the storage for the winds, and then he's allowed to go on his way because, the fame of Ulysses has been spreading, and that's fine. So, it does have its origins, it's got the winds, it's got the name of the king, things like that have got parallels to the other stories. But let's face it, it's just the same cracking adventure as always. Ulysses is given a few tasks, there's a bit of a fight sequence, and then we move on. Not a bad story at all. It does feel a little bit rushed at the end. Oh my God, is she dead? Cut to the other scene. No, she's not, because the energy was depleted, and that's fine. Yes, I'm enjoying these things. It's a nice thing, but I have to remember this is, as George Lucas said to Ron when he was directing one of the Star Wars films, remember, this is for a 12-year-old, and that's fine. I'm not 12, but I am still enjoying this. So that's enough ranting and enough rambling about Ulysses for this time, and I'm sure I'll review some either Doctor Who or something else, and then I'll come back to you very soon. Thanks for listening, and I hope you're enjoying this journey through memory lane as much as I am. And I'll continue reading up on Greek myths, because I've learnt quite a lot that I didn't already know. Until next time, be seeing you. That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.